what is your home situation like? Where do you live? Who do you live with?
Yeah. So I live in Somerville, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that's how I'm on the sunflowers. And I live with guardians. They're not my parents. I suppose I have parents, but here on Earth, I have guardians. And when I chose to come to Boston, I just knew to seek them out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I spent a while. I got off of the plane and then the bus. And then I walked for a while until I got to a park.
Mm-hmm.
And there were two people there. And they said, "Hi, Darby."
They knew your name?
Yeah, they knew my name.
Had you met them before?
No, but you know that feeling like when you feel like you've met someone before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you get like you meet them and then you feel like this sort of like warmth, like, yeah, we're gonna be friends, even though you like don't really know them yet.
Yeah.
That's sort of what it felt like to me.
What do you call them?
Well, I just call them by their names. So their names are Louisa and Jorge. And then they took me home to where they live. And they're sort of like, well, sometimes there's some tension at home because like they think of themselves as like guardians, like protectors. But I kind of feel like I'm their protector sometimes because they are human.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are human.
Huh.
Yeah.
Darby, I've always wondered something.
Yeah.
Do you I don't want to be rude, but do you have a bedtime?
Yeah, but but I don't.
I just thought.
Darby, I don't want to be rude, but do you get an allowance?
No.
Oh, that's lame.
Darby,
I mean, I could do like yard work.
That's not an allowance.
No. Darby, I don't want to be rude, but like, do you celebrate a birthday?
Yeah.
You do?
That was one of the first things that I learned when I got here.
Mm-hmm.
Birthdays?
Actually, yeah. It was actually I think it was Nicole Orby's birthday, my very first practice with the sunflowers. Yeah. And everybody was so excited.
Yeah, we were all so excited because her mom makes those pudding treats.
Those pudding treats.
Oh, yeah. I remember those pudding treats.
And like, I remember my mind. Okay, I thought it was just going to be pudding, which I had before. Louisa had gotten me pudding on my first day when I lived with them. Mm-hmm. But I did not expect the broken up Oreos and the worms.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
And the shape.
And
the shape of it.
Yeah. Like the giant chalice that it came in. Mm-hmm. And then we all had
Remember when I ate too much and I had a stomachache and I got woozy because I ate too much and then I broke my leg?
Yeah.
That was I do it again.
Do you remember when I don't like to share foods with people's hands? So I brought my own spoon and put it in my individual cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to steal it from you still.
Well, so when I got home that night after practice and after eating way too much pudding and gummy worms, I decided that I should have my own birthday so that people would, this sounds kind of selfish, but so that like people would celebrate me and that I could like also have that
I'm
and
glad
have yummy treats. So yeah. So my birthday is actually the day after Nicole's birthday.
It was very quick. It was very quick turnaround time.
But I didn't tell anyone.
You figured you would kind of like wait a year?
Yeah, I mean, I had taken a whole I had taken some extra pudding. And so the next night I ate that. I didn't celebrate just alone though, because Jorge and Louisa celebrated with me too, because they thought it was a good idea for me to have a birthday.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So I do have a birthday, and it's basically Nicole Orby's birthday.
Sounds pretty good.
We can all have a party on my birthday next year if you want.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the four of you are at Louisa and Jorge and Darby's house. What are the four of you doing there, aside from chatting and hanging out?
I'm definitely up somewhere, up on something, and I'm not supposed to be there.
Yeah. Louisa, when Zlobs you got there, she
I'm
and
not
Jorge
taking
were
off my grenades. I refuse.
So she and Jorge were having a conversation in the kitchen about how one of them needed to go up and clean the gutters. And they, they had some kind of, Louisa and Jorge, Darby, you've realized for the time that they've been your guardians, kind of bet on who does the chores. Like chores are a very fungible thing for them. Like at any given point, they're doing something to decide who's going to flip the laundry, who's going to clean the gutters, who's going to mow like the tiny little Somerville backyard that they have. And
sometimes when I hear them, like bickering about it, I'll just go do the thing.
And that immediately solves the problem, but then creates the bigger problem of, well, Jorge won the coin toss, which means that he can defer the next chore. And there's like a list, like it's this game that they play. And so Zlobs, you kind of walked in and you heard the two of them talking about like who was going to get up on the ladder and clean out the gutters. And you just decided to take it upon yourself to get up onto the roof. So you are currently up on the roof. Are all of you up on the roof?
No, but I'm watching Zlobs.
Sure.
I'm up there with him.
I'm watching Zlobs, but I keep getting distracted by the neighbor.
Yeah, what's the neighbor doing?
Thinking so loud.
Let's go ahead and just give me 2d6. The higher the number, the happier the thoughts.
Oh. Okay.
Uh-oh.
3.
Oh. Well, we gotta give this neighbor a name.
So many sessions start with just, all right, mind reading bad.
Mindy, what's the name of this neighbor?
Mr. Permanakis. First name Ted.
Mr. Ted. His nickname is Hopscotch for some reason.
Why?
Mr. Ted Permanakis. Ted Permanakis is estranged from his son. He and his son had an argument, and they have not spoken in a week.
Oh.
And Ted Permanakis is replaying the conversation again and again and again in his head, thinking, at what point should I just have relented? At what point should I have said, that's fine, Ted Jr., you're right?
Mathers, what's up? You look distressed.
I'm okay.
What's up? You can talk to me.
The neighbors.
You got that look when you're reading somebody's mind.
I just think that if Ted doesn't want to go to medical school, then he shouldn't have to.
Who's
Ted Jr.?
Who's Ted?
He lives next door. He's already finished his undergrad, but if he doesn't want to continue, I think that, wouldn't that just be more time wasted?
Mathers. You
What?
What? Why are you focusing on the neighbor?
It's hard not to. He's very upset. Mr. Permanakis just wants what's best for Ted Jr.
Well, I'm gonna go talk to him. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Mr. I'm gonna go talk to Ted.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can do that.
To a grown-up?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
So they're just people, right?
Mr. Permanakis is a person.
Yeah. Well, let's go talk to Ted. Come on.
Okay.
So, Zlobs and Darby, you're up on the roof, ostensibly cleaning, cleaning like gross old sludgy leaves out of the gutters, and you see Morgan and Mindy walk next door to Mr. Permanakis' house.
I want to get closer, so I'm on the ladder. I'm on top of the ladder, so I'm like, what I'm doing is what you're not supposed to be doing. We go, huh?
Yeah. And you know what? I feel like I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you to roll some dice. Let's just go ahead and give me a 2d6 plus cool. This is all
correct.
This is steadiness. This is cool under pressure. What do you get?
Oh, 15.
Yeah. So you are walking this ladder over to Mr. Permanakis' house. And so, Darby, you're kind of spying over all of this. And Morgan, you knock on Mr. Permanakis' door. And Ted opens the door. And he sees, 2 Blittle Leaguers and the bottom 7 feet of a ladder.
I guess I'm over there.
Yeah.
All right.
Hello, Mr. Permanakis.
Hey, Ted.
Hi. Are you friends with Darby?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I see you play catch outside. Are you selling those bake-at-home pizza kits? Because I will buy some.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
These A1 pizza kits.
Yeah.
Mr. Permanakis, it is very clear to Morgan at least. Well, it's clear to Mindy because Mindy has read his mind. It's clear to Morgan because Ted Permanakis is not easy to hide his emotions. He clearly was crying alone in his house when you knocked on the door, and but he's keeping it together because these are essentially his neighbor's friends, and he doesn't want to embarrass himself. So he kind of like jogs into his house and grabs his wallet.
While he's doing that, because I heard them, I'm gonna take the pizza kit that I have been keeping in my pocket dimension out and cook it on the roof with my sword.
So yeah,
you can have a fresh one.
So yeah, you're up on the roof, flaming sword out like it's it's one of those conveyor belt ovens.
I'm definitely holding the pizza. Ow.
Yeah.
Stay still, Zlobs.
I want to even bake.
Okay, well, we have to coordinate then. We're just okay.
Ready, go left. Wait, I didn't know which
No.
left.
Okay, if you just keep it still and then I move the okay. How about you move the pizza and I hold the sword still?
By the time Mr. Permanakis returns with his wallet, there are a couple of actual bake-at-home pizza kits, because let's say Zlobs' van's outside, and there are always a couple in there. Mm-hmm. But then on top of it is a freshly baked pizza. And he kind of hands them out. Well, I didn't think that's how this worked.
Oh, well, if you're not hungry, we could help you eat it.
Ted, all we want to do, you don't have to pay us a dime. We just want to come in and eat pizza with you and, I don't know, be supportive.
Why?
I have a story that I'm
because Mindy read your mind.
What?
And we know what happened. We know what happened with Ted Jr. What?
Morgan, give me 2d6 plus charm.
9. 10, sorry.
Ted Permanakis takes this news remarkably well. And so he kind of looks at all of you and composes himself. Let's sit on the front steps.
Okay.
And you all kind of gather on his front steps, and he closes the door.
I'm still on the ladder.
Yeah, and you're still on the ladder. When I played Little League, and that's over 30 years ago now.
Well over.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, well over.
Mathers, come on. Don't kick a man while he's down, Mathers.
Sorry. It's just saying over 30 when you mean 39.
Mathers.
Sorry.
Well, but it's not yet 40.
Well, continue, Ted.
Well, they one of my teammates, the center fielder, he had a gift too. He could if he took his finger and put it on your forehead, he could tell what you were thinking. And he gave me the nickname Hopscotch because he knew that I never had a nickname and I wanted a cool one. And I was never good at hopscotch or jumping rope or anything, but he put his finger on my forehead and he said, "That's a name that you would like. And so I'm going to call you Hopscotch." And then it caught on. And ever since then, I've been called Hopscotch, even though I don't play it. So ever since then, I think I have developed a very good appreciation about what Little Leaguers can do. So why is it that you were reading my mind?
I take my finger and I put it on Mr. Permanakis' forehead. And I say, I know you want what's best for TJ. But if you make him do something that he doesn't want to do, he probably will end up less happy than if he did it. And maybe his inventions won't do very well or make a whole lot of money. But you know your son, so you probably know that he's doing it to help people. Just like if he were a doctor. So probably what he needs is for you to be proud of him for whatever he does. Do you think that's true?
Mindy, give me 2d6 plus charm. But I'm going to give you a +1 on top of that because that's just really good advice.
I'm not very charming. Maybe I was overstepping. It's a 5.
Okay. As you say this, Mr. Permanakis, you can tell Mindy is trying to kind of process what all this means. And, you know, the thing is, you can read his thoughts. And at this point, you have kind of the connection set up. And you're reading his thoughts in real time. So it's almost as if you're having a debate against yourself in real time. Like you start saying something, and then you can literally feel Mr. Permanakis like psychically say, well, she doesn't know the whole story. Who does she think she is saying this? Ted Jr.'s inventions are wasting his intelligence. He'd be better as a doctor. And so you're starting to like pivot and move, and kind of the narrative starts getting a little halted. And, you know, Mr. Permanakis isn't angry per se, just really sad. And you kind of trail off because you're trying to determine what your next approach is. When a FledEx delivery truck pulls up in front of Darby's house.
I walk over to it.
Yeah, and a delivery person gets out, walks around the back, opens up the side of the truck, takes out a cardboard box about this big, and looks at it. Oh, it's dude's signature. And so he stands on the porch next door, ringing the doorbell. And Zlobs, you're looking at the top of this delivery person's head as they're standing there holding a box. And you can see that.
I can sign for it.
Are you Darby O'Darcy?
Yes.
Oh, that's me.
Oh no. I get that one hard sometimes.
He's my attorney, power of attorney. He can sign for it.
Mm-hmm. Just climb up the ladder.
He climbs up the ladder, and the two of you are kind of balanced on a ladder. He hands the box, or he hands a little keypad up to you. You sign, and then he hands you a box.
Mm-hmm.
Do not open that, Zlobs.
What was it playing on? It doesn't have my name on it. I'm power attorney, not a jerk.
Yeah, it says, Darby O'Darcy, care of, Louisa and Jorge, the address. And the return address literally just says Sainte-Chapelle Cathedral, Paris, France.
What is it?
I put it in my mouth and I walk it over to Darby.
Thanks, Zlobs.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Zlobs.
Can you all give me like a 6-foot radius, please?
Mm-hmm. Wait, this is a 9-foot ladder. Everyone up on the ladder.
Hey, Zlobs, catch.
Huh?
Baseball.
Thanks.
Mr. Permanakis kind of takes this moment to quietly take his leave, and he kind of slowly closes the door behind him. Mindy, his thoughts are just as loud, even though he's inside. And so the four of you are, there, and Darby, you are, holding this cardboard box covered in international postage stickers and all that stuff. Sainte-Chapelle Cathedral, Paris, France. That means this came from your brother Declan.
Declan?
Stupid Declan.
I've heard about Declan. I never met Declan.
Oh, you haven't met?
I thought stupid Declan went to hell. Sorry.
Matters.
Sorry, but
No. First of all, he's not stupid. I understand. I kind of understand why you think that, because he's kind of got that vibe.
Would you prefer the nickname Dark Declan, since he's kind of,
I mean,
shady.
I'm kind of shady too, though, Mindy.
What?
Did a cloud just pass overhead? Why did it get dark outside?
It did get dark outside.
I should probably
said his
open this.
name.
So one Declan is in hell, and I haven't figured out how to get him out yet because we could break all the timelines again.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
I think I might know how to do it, but maybe this Declan, I thought was still in heaven. So
Open the box. Open the box. Open the
okay,
box,
I'm
open
opening the box.
Open the box.
Is everybody up? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the three of you are perched up on this ladder. That Zlobs is doing a remarkable job of keeping upright.
I have very good core strength, John.
And without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And Darby, you open the box. There is a note on top of what's inside, and it says this: "If I used the wingway, they would have found me. Keep this safe until I arrive, and do not open it. I will be flying in tomorrow morning."
Ugh.
What is so bad about Declan, Mathers?
Yeah, why do you like Declan? He's kind of cool. He's like a high school student, except an angel. That's like
Wait.
two cool things.
Does Mathers have a crush on Declan?
No, I
No.
don't. I don't even a little bit. He tried to break my mind, and he lied to us, and he tried to push me over the edge of a theoretical precipice.
Mm-hmm. I just tweeted out that you like him.
Declan and Mathers.
Everybody, please stop. That is a falsification.
I don't know, Morgan. Check your tags. I tagged you in it.
Don't tag. Stop tagging. This is rude. I don't want someone to see it. Anyone to see. I don't want anyone to read that.
It's PM. Don't worry about it. What's in the package, Darcy?
What's in the package?
I can't see through it, but I'm gonna see if I can try to sense what's inside of it. If there's any sort of like energy coming out of it, or
Sure. Yeah, you essentially opened the box, and there was a letter, and then below it, whatever's inside was like heavily wrapped in various things, and you don't really necessarily want to touch it. So let's go ahead and give me 2d6 plus sharp. Investigate a mystery.
12.
Okie dokie. You can ask 2 questions from the Investigate a Mystery list.
What is being concealed?
That's a complicated question, but with a 12, you're going to get the absolute answer. Wrapped up in this international postage cardboard box is another smaller box. And when I say that it is of sacred architecture, I don't mean it looks like a church or anything. I mean that the thing inside was built in heaven. So what is being concealed here is the fact that whatever is inside that box is not of this earth.
Maybe I should see if I can check Declan's mind to sort of maybe find his intention before we touch it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can try. I've never tuned into somebody from that far away before.
Oh wait! Oh, I saw you put your finger on that guy's head. I'm sorry, I put my hand on your head. I'm going to amplify it.
Okay. I'm going to say that that's a tune-in roll with help from Zlobs. It is oddly comforting that he is trying to help you. Before we get to it, Darby, what's your other question?
What here is not as it seems?
Okay. There is a box, and inside that box is some kind of heavenly power. The sense you get, Darby, is that this box is containing this heavenly power. But in actuality, it is not. Whatever's in this box is kind of reaching out. So it's having some sort of effect on the immediate area.
So like me.
You're able to sense it very palpably. Like if you unfocus your eyes, you kind of see tendrils of holy energy. Like you're watching like a spray bottle or an atomizer, like kind of spray out particles. But it's particles of like heaven. Like you can see it, you don't think anyone else can, and you know that it's continuing to happen. Like the air is getting thicker with holiness. So
holy is normally when I encounter things with holy energy here, I feel like connected to them, but something about this makes me feel a little off kilter. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Declan wouldn't send me something that would hurt me.
You're pretty sure he wouldn't. Mindy, you are reaching out with your mind. You are trying to tune in to an angel. And normally this would be impossible. You can't just reach out into the sky and just pluck a location. But the thing is, on another plane of existence, in another reality similar to this one, you became acquainted with Declan. And so you kind of have that psychic fingerprint that you're able to reach out and do. So why don't you give me 2d6 plus weird? And with Zlobs' help, the way that that's going to manifest is that if you fail, nothing bad's going to happen to your mind.
Well, that's comforting. Oh.
Wait, hold on, John. You said nothing bad would happen to her mind.
That's exactly what I said, yes.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm on top of the ladder. Oh, no.
That's a 4 total.
Zlobs, what is hell for you?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. I'm locked in a classroom with people making fun of me, and I'm just constantly doing arithmetic. That's like level 1.
You're standing, Zlobs, in front of a chalkboard, and you're solving these equations, and your teacher isn't even paying attention to you because you know that your teacher knows you're getting it wrong to the point where they don't even need to look up at you to know. And you just keep hearing laughter from the seats. And so you're just focusing on the chalkboard because if you turn around, they're going to see you cry.
Multiplying by 8 is hard.
Mindy and Morgan, you're up there on the ladder with him, and you see Zlobs' like eyes roll back. And Mindy, you kind of try to break contact. Yeah, you break contact with Declan and look into Zlobs' mind for a second, and you got to get him down. So Morgan, like you immediately like magical energy, defensive energy, get him down, stop the ladder from falling over. And Zlobs, Zlobs is on the ground.
Mindy, can you take him into my mind?
What?
Because if it's too much, it's okay. But if we can get the holiness from my mind back into him, maybe we can pull him out.
I'm gonna put my hand up to Mathers' head.
No,
as the
no.
conduit.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I sever the connection with Declan's mind. I'm reaching back into Zlobs, and I'm simultaneously trying to reach into Darby's, and I'm trying to bring them together in my own head. I'm trying to host everybody in here like a birthday party. No problem.
2d6 plus weird, please.
No. I don't want to roll these anymore. Okay. Plus weird is 8.
All right. Mindy, through a series of like duck, goose, musical chairs, maneuvering of psychic energy, using like Morgan kind of created this like magical safe space that's a parking lot, and there's a lot of moving around. Eventually, all of you kind of pop up out of this as yourselves and feeling exhausted, but okay. The complication is the fact that this package that Darby is holding wants to help. And so the cardboard box and all the wrappings around it and stuff, well, they disintegrate.
Oh, gosh.
And Darby, what you are holding in your hand is a box, a few inches across on either side. It is very, very, very clearly a sacred puzzle box. Inside it is something from heaven. As you are looking at this puzzle box, it almost feels warm in your hand. And you can see kind of that aerosolized heavenly wonder kind of coursing out. Darby, give me 2d6 plus sharp, please.
5.
All right. Well, that means it is this. Darby, this box contains a miracle. Here's how miracles work. They are very, very rare. They are moments in which the improbable becomes certain. There are holy orders in all the faiths of the world dedicated to finding them and protecting them, sealing them away in puzzle boxes like this, so that they aren't used for calamitous reasons. This miracle, the one that you are holding in your hand, was found and bound in this sacred puzzle box by someone. Why Declan has shipped it to you, you don't know. And just to say I did it, here's how this mechanically would work. If you all decided to try to open this puzzle box and gain access to the miracle, what the miracle would do is it would grant you a full success on anything you have to roll for, no matter what that thing is. No matter what the roll is, this miracle counts as a 12.
We could win a game.
We could be dead.
I'm putting this in my pocket dimension.
Ah. Can I
That's
smell it?
We could
I'm not opening it.
No, I just want to smell it.
we could win a game.
Mm.
We could win a game.
Did somebody say that already?
Yeah, it was me.
Mr. Permanakis
I need a
opens
nap.
the door
Oh,
and he looks at all of you. And he looks at Darby. He looks at you almost with his eyes go wide. I think I have it figured out.
Mr. Permanakis, I appreciate that you're going through something, but we have other things happening now, and I'd be happy to talk some other time. But
all I need to do is I need to have one of you have a conversation with Ted Jr. and convince him to go to medical school. I can't do it, but I know you all can do it.
Mr. Permanakis.
So that's what I need. I have never been more sure of anything. You need to talk to my son for me.
Mr. Permanakis, what do you want for yourself that has nothing to do with your son?
You hear a jetpack overhead.
Oh no.
No. When it rains so hard.
It's Clyde Whistle of the Wall
No.
Family.
Clyde!
Clyde!
And he is looking at all of you wide-eyed. I think I know what needs to happen. I need the four of you to beat Susie Chen in an arm wrestling match. And I know that sounds hard, and I can't do it, but I know you can do it. And that will get me out of this.
What?
Because if you bully the bully, she's not going to bully me. And then I can get out of the windflowers. That's just like what you told me, Darby. I know you can do it.
Wait.
Oh, what if I use a
Wait.
grenade while I'm
No.
wrestling here? That would work.
Zlobs, wait.
Yeah?
Wait. They both just said, did they both just say, I know exactly what I
Yes.
need?
Darby, that puzzle box that you put in the pocket dimension is in your hand again.
Oh, no.
It's in your hand, Darby.
Morgan,
Uh,
Oh, no.
coming down the street,
No.
Oh no.
like running, is the last person in the world you expect to run, Mopey from the Comav Electrics. That teenager that, Morgan, you're friends with because you've gotten the Comav Electrics out of a number of jams. Mopey is running towards you.
Oh, hey, Mopey.
Morgan, I am so glad I found you. Oh, it's been a day, Morgan.
People
ever
are
just-
really coming out of the wood carvings today.
You ever just look in the mirror and say to yourself, why have my friends been cursed with me instead of some other better friend?
Yeah.
Yeah. But look, I know what needs to happen. Me and the other electrics, we snuck into the subway system under Boston, and we were rummaging around in some of the walled-off tunnels, and things went bad. And I escaped, but the rest of them are trapped. And look, we need to save them, and I know I can't do it, but I know you all can do it.
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
No,
Get
Zlobs.
in the van.
This
What?
doesn't-
No, Zlobs. We have to say no to these things.
Can I read a bad situation?
Yup.
2d6 plus sharp. I
Um.
got a 7.
You can ask one question from the read a bad situation list.
What's the biggest threat?
The longer all of these people asking you for help are convinced that you're the only ones that can provide it, they're going to get more desperate.
They're not going to stop, and it's going to get worse.
Okay,
What's up
hold
now?
on.
Okay.
Let me see if I can head it off. Can I put into every one of their heads, just one by one, go through and say, I know what needs, in their own voice, I know what needs to happen. I need to get an ice cream cone.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
And you trust the dice?
The dice will do what the dice must.
All right. My brain has run the equivalent of like 2 marathons today. So I'm really just trying to put an ice cream cone in everybody's head. Nice and easy. Just everybody wants ice cream.
2d6 plus weird, please.
Nice and easy ice cream thought. 12.
Yay!
Oh, I want
did
ice cream too.
Mr. Hermanakis is frantically scribbling down on like a little yellow post-it notepad all of the things he needs all of you to say to his son. Tell him that he's a good boy and that he's smart and that he's got steady hands and that's important in surgery. And he's writing so frantically that at one point he stabs himself in the hand and he's bleeding and it doesn't matter because he keeps writing and he keeps putting post-it notes on his arm to write more. Clyde at this point is pacing back and forth, talking about the litany of things that Susie Chen has said to him to make him feel bad about himself. Mopey at this point is sitting on the ground, pointing down at the asphalt, screaming that every second that passes, the Comav Electrics are in more danger. Like they're getting desperate.
Oh.
And Mindy, you just kind of steady yourself and you kind of walk and just kind of plant this in each of their heads. And all of them, one by one, kind of stand up and stop what they're doing and all kind of look at each other. Let's go to Davis Square. Yeah, I'm going to Davis Square too. Davis Square for ice cream? Yeah, for ice cream.
JP Licks.
Let's get some JP Licks.
Man,
And 3 of them start wandering off in the
I-
general direction of Davis.
I wander with them to go to JP Leagues.
No, wait.
Zlobs,
What? We're not going to JP Leagues.
I think maybe they're being pulled here by the miracle. This
So
holy
they're-
energy.
Zlobs,
We have to find a way.
What was that?
your phone rings, Zlobs.
Oh. Severus Zlobin speaking.
Zlobs, dear chap, it's Renard.
Oh, Renard, it's so good to see you or hear you.
Likewise, listen to me.
Mhm.
I know what needs to happen.
Yeah, I'm listening. Hold on, let me put you on speakerphone.
There is a mole, we think, in the organization.
Oh.
And only an intense series of interrogations could get the mole to reveal themselves. Zlobs, I think you and your friends are perfect for the job. Only you can do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sounds great. I'm so good at being annoying. I get people to talk. It's great.
One of your
Come on.
many talents, Zlobs. Best of luck. We'll see you at headquarters.
Thank you, Renard. I love you.
Wait.
Darcy, this is going to end. We do something with that box.
Yeah. I could fly it really up high, but I can't stay up there forever.
We could open it.
Yeah.
Can open it,
Bad idea.
but not use it.
How do miracles
I
work?
don't trust myself for that not to happen.
Can you put a miracle in your pocket for later?
I can put it in. I just don't know if it'll still draw people to us.
Darcy?
The dice will tell us that. The thing
Okay.
is, this puzzle box holding this miracle, it's a mortal-made thing holding a heavenly thing, which means that this puzzle box is trying to contain its power, but you can tell that it's seeping out.
Yeah.
Wait, so
It
we need to
wants
open
to
it?
get out.
Okay, great.
Okay,
I put a sticky grenade on it.
All right, so here's how this works. With this puzzle box, we're kind of dealing with abstraction here, which means that it's going to take 3 successes to open this box. But in terms of what you roll to get those successes, it's up to you. Because you're essentially this is 4-dimensional chess here. This is time and space and reality and literal miracles. So you kind of will look at the puzzle box and say, oh, I know how to get through one of its layers, and whatever you decide is the way. So Zlobs, for you, you're pretty sure the way to get through some of its defenses is to blow some of it up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Zlobs, let's have you roll 2d6 plus tough to kick
5.
The puzzle box shoots off like a rocket down the street.
Oh no.
It is currently kind of flying through the air as if launched from a catapult.
Run.
Let's go get
Run
it.
as a team. Oh, that's better.
I run and fly.
All right.
I'm gonna fly after it.
Darby, give me 2d6 plus tough, please.
9.
Okay, you catch it. Which is good because you see a couple of houses down, your neighbors on the other side are walking out onto the street with like stacks and stacks of receipts, and you can tell that they're about to ask you to do their taxes for them.
Everyone get in the van. We're driving.
Yep.
All right.
So you all, Darby, you kind of like bank and fly into the van. You all get into the van. You're holding this puzzle box that's now ringing like a tuning fork that's been hit, and you're driving a labyrinthine path through Somerville. Okay, so that first one wasn't a success. Who wants to go next?
I'm gonna go next, but first I'm gonna whisper Mathers. Mathers. I'm starting to feel the compulsion to ask you all for help. We need to hurry.
What do you need help with?
I can't say, but I'm afraid I'm going to. No, I know what I'm going to say, but I don't want to.
Morgan, I'm afraid of the compulsion, and I don't want it to hit me. But what I'm much more afraid of is it hitting Zlobs.
Why?
What?
Yeah, why?
Why?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to run an incantation on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That sounds good to me. So you're in here, you're kind of fighting this battle in your mind, knowing you're starting to get a sense of why everyone else was asking you for help. Because in this moment, Morgan, you know that this group, your friends, thusly empowered, could solve any problem. You know that in the marrow of your bones.
Yeah.
It would almost be irresponsible not to ask them for help. And so before that overwhelms you, you decide to kind of sit and kind of make peace and do an incantation to try to break some of its magic, some of what is on this. So let's have you roll 2d6 plus weird.
7.
Partial success, but still a success. The drawback is this. Every time this thing cracks open a little bit, you're going to take harm, like in a wave. So every partial success, no matter what else the consequences, you're taking harm. So Morgan, you sit and describe what this incantation looks like.
I'm going to hold it into my lap, and I'm going to hover it up slightly, and I'm going to sort of focus my magical energy on its entire parameter until I can find a weakness, and then I'm going to concentrate all of my energy into that weakness.
Yeah, the electricity's kind of moving like water. It's like gonna find a crack in the dam, and you kind of find it, and you peel off a layer of this kind of sacred architecture. The box itself, there's this kind of bright burst of light and heat. You all take one harm as you're kind of temporarily blinded by it. Zlobs, you start swerving all over the road. Who
Did
goes?
it explode? What happened?
We got a layer off of Zlobs.
That's great.
Does anybody else have any bright ideas? No pun intended.
Solve the puzzle.
Thanks, Mathers.
Do I notice like cars following us?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I get on Interstate 90 and go west towards Worcester.
Yeah, you're currently like driving like out of Somerville and then towards Cambridge, like by the university to try to get on I-90 that way.
Sloss,
Hmm?
can I borrow your phone?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. I'm supposed to text my dad before we leave state lines.
That makes sense. Well, state lines, we should go to Worcester.
Yeah, but just in case we
Okay,
have to
yep.
keep going.
The password's 1111.
Reckless.
Okay, thanks.
Mhm.
I texted my dad, so now I'm gonna try to solve the puzzle.
Yep. You hand the phone back to Zlobs and you hear it vibrate.
There's obviously Bluetooth in the car. I hit the Bluetooth button. Severus Zlobin speaking.
Oh, it's just a text message, but it's image to text, so it says Mr. Mathers has responded with a hot dog emoji with mustard. And
Okay.
yeah, Mindy, this is a puzzle box. You're going to solve the puzzle of it.
No problemo. I do puzzles all the time, the flat kind, but it's really just about the pieces.
2d6 plus sharp.
Alrighty. 8?
Partial success,
Yeah.
but a success nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
Another pulse of holy energy. You all take one harm. Zlobs, you're swerving within the lane, and you kind of wipe the sparkles out of your eyes, and you're in the lane. But you look, and there's a car trying to merge into your lane. In fact, it gets close enough that it knocks off your side view mirror.
Hey, I need that.
The window rolls down, and it is.
Oh my God, it's Nick Winkler.
No, it's. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it definitely is Nick Winkler.
Oh.
He is deliberately working his way one-handed through a stromboli.
Nick!
Hi, Nick!
I can't believe it's you! Darby, Morgan, Mindy, this is
Hey,
perfect.
Nick.
Mr. Winkler, you have to pull over!
I will, but I have a favor to ask you, because I know what needs to happen.
Okay, we'll
Darby, this is your chance.
Is one more? Just one more?
Just one more.
Mindy, do you have your knife?
My big knife?
Yeah.
I always have my big knife.
If I make a holy sacrifice, it will open.
What are you going to sacrifice?
I still have one wing.
No! Darby!
Oh.
But if I give up my wing, I know it will open.
Are you sure?
No.
Nick, we need a minute.
I'm gonna hold Darcy's hand.
You do.
I'm gonna reach back to and hold her hand.
Okay, I'm gonna go into Darby's mind, and I'm gonna split the pain down the middle like a cake.
Okay.
So I'll take some of it and you'll take some of it, and it won't be as bad.
You don't. Okay.
Don't even need to roll for it.
Okay.
Mindy, you draw the big knife that you always have and you hand it to Darby. And Darby, you close your eyes, and the moment you commit to giving up your other wing, that wing is gone. And the box opens. Nick Winkler slams on his brakes. 3 or 4 other cars and a couple of motorcycles stop following you.
Dangerous.
And it's just Zlobs' wagon driving to Worcester on what now seems to be a remarkably quiet interstate.
Darcy, are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'll
get
be
back.
okay.
I didn't
I'm
even...
gonna put that miracle in my pocket.
I pull over to the rest stop, and I get some ice cream from McDonald's.
I didn't even feel anything, Darby. It happens so fast.
Yeah, I didn't even have to take it off. It just left me. It left me.
Can I have my big knife back?
Yeah.
Thanks.
You know, Declan, we're not sure what he's planning, and we know that he's your brother, but we're family and we'll never leave you.
Thanks. I don't want to leave either. But it was nice knowing maybe I could, you know?
Well, you have the miracle.
Yeah.
The puzzle box couldn't hold the miracle, but Darby, you can. You no longer see it kind of seeping out into the world. You're holding it in your pocket. And the 4 of you sit there and eat ice cream.
So I know that Declan is coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know of at least 3 good deeds we could do before then.
Yeah.
If we want to have a really productive afternoon.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Mopey would appreciate it.
Yeah, and Mr. Permanakis.
I don't even think we need a miracle for any of those, so.
I don't think so either.
Montage. In a sealed off part of the Boston underground system, the ComAv electrics are kind of all in a circle throwing wild electric energy at these creeping blobs that are approaching them. When all of a sudden the war wagon slams through a brick wall and you go in and destroy those blobs. Cut to all of you standing on the street in Alston, Massachusetts, talking to Ted Jr. through his second floor window.
He just needs a little time. He really cares about you.
But don't give up what you want to do ever.
Cut to
Susie
all of you sitting.
Oh, yeah. Is this Susie Chan? Is this Susie Chan? Is this Susie Chan?
All of you sitting at a table in Harvard Square. The four of you combined, beating her in arm wrestling, thus breaking her hold over Clyde.
Wrestle as a team.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
Susie.
finally ending by helping Nick Winkler with his project, which was to build a full-sized Blaseball field in his basement. That was the least boring, or that was the most boring. It's a lot of you like pulling permits with the city. All in one day, remarkably.
It was a lot of me hopping into city officials' mind being like, this should be fine. This should be just okay.
Fastest a large construction project has ever been approved in Boston.
By months.
Where do you all meet Declan?
The Boston Aquarium.
He loves penguins.
Mm-hmm.
The four of you are standing there right outside the penguin habitat, hearing the occasional like honk of the penguins.
Funny every time.
And in walks Declan.
Are you excited, Mathers?
I'm not excited.
Hi, Declan.
Hey, brother.
Nice to meet you, Declan.
Hello, Declan.
I saw you in an alternate timeline. It was cool. You were cool. You gave me French fries, so you're cool.
I did not think you were cool in the other timeline. And I'm keeping an open mind in this one.
Yeah. She really
For
likes
Darby. No, I don't. I don't like you, Declan.
Yeah, Mindy has a crush on you.
Do you know what happened in the other? Do you know that you were exiled?
I got that sense through dreams. It's weird when an alternate version of you is sent to hell. Every other version feels it, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
folks like us, I guess, feel it.
I'm sorry I couldn't save you.
It's okay. I mean, you probably will, right?
I will.
Okay.
One day.
Did you open it?
I did. We did. Together. I had to.
Mm-hmm.
Did you use it?
No.
Here was my plan. I found one of those miracles. And I found the holy order that trapped it. And I got it from them. And I sent it to you because I want to bring you back up there and say, look what Darby did. Darby trapped a miracle. That's got to be worth something, right? And maybe that would be enough.
There you go. They all need wings to fly.
You did that for me?
You've been here thinking about how to save some alternate version of me. I've been up there thinking about how to save you. And this was the best I came up with.
You know I can't. Even if we do this plan, I have to save the alternate version of you first. It's the only way that I'll have earned it.
Yeah. Well, sis, keep that miracle safe then.
I will. Thank you.
He gives you a hug.
Oh. Wait, are you leaving already? It's fine with me. I'm
Well,
just wondering.
we're not ready for the plan yet, I guess. So yeah, I'll come back when you're all ready.
Bye, Declan. It was nice
Hi,
to meet you.
Morgan. Nice
Bye,
to meet you too.
Do you need a ride?
No, I got my own way. And
Declan, it was not entirely unpleasant. Have a safe trip.
Hey,
Yeah.
Declan, before you go, have you ever had any lemon loaf? Probably not.
you
Here,
know I never have. Thank you.
Mindy's Nana made that.
My Nana made it. She's pretty good.
Mm.
Yeah. Give her my regards. I'll be seeing you. Good luck, everybody. And as he walks, the wingway opens. And he's pulled up into the sky in a burst of crackling rainbow light.
Jeez. I'm supposed to give my Nana regards from Declan?
He's
Okay,
not so
Mindy,
bad.
that was really cool.
What?
You have such a crush on him, don't you?
No, I don't. I didn't even think it was hardly cool the way he disappeared with a burst of rainbows and light.
I'm going to give Darcy a hug, and then I'm going to say, Darcy Mathers loves your brother.
I know that's not true, but thank you.
I also joined the hug.
I join the hug too, and I say, I don't like Declan.
I know.
Okay.
I know, Mindy.
That's not what Twitter says.
We all have versions of ourselves that we like and don't like more than others. That's okay.
Wait, did you say a version of ourself?
Yeah, like, you know, sometimes we do things that we're not really proud of. And like, then I would be like, I don't really like that version of Darby very much. 'Cause she did that. She got real angry, but she's still me.
So you think that maybe it was just sort of a version of Declan that was
Yeah.
stupid Declan?
It was Declan not at his best. But he was trying to help me. Even that Declan was trying to help.
Yeah.
He just didn't necessarily do the right things,
Well,
but for the right reasons, you know?
not everybody is always at their best. Sometimes I know that I can be guilty of invasions of privacy. And Zlobs,
Huh? I walk back from behind a pillar with a penguin inside of my jersey. Yeah?
you're not always at your best.
Oh, thanks.
I'm offering that. Do you want to give an example?
Nope.
Zlobs, put back the penguin.
I don't know what you're talking about. Honk.
We're not all always at our best.
I apparently broke a pencil and stuck y'all in another dimension in one version of myself. So, yeah.
That was That was a bold move. You also told Darby's neighbor that I read his mind.
I have no regrets.
All right. Thank goodness we're in the North End. Let's go to Sparrows.
Sparrows?
Yeah.
We have to bring the penguin back after, though.
Shh.
Right after Sabaros.
Okay, I'll do it. Do you like off black olives? Yeah, he does.
Declan walks amongst the clouds of the city of heaven. And he walks and he is in thought. And he stops. And he turns in some strange direction. Nakir, open the gate. And Nakir, one of the angels of death, opens the gate to his grand armory. Declan, getting into trouble today? No. I need a favor. Well, anything for you. Coming all the way to my armory and all. My sister, the one on Earth? Yes, the one on Earth. She did me a favor and she lost her wing. Well, it's a good thing she has two. No, she lost that one as well. Sacrificed it for my benefit. For the benefit of all of us, I suppose. Nakir thinks for a moment. So you want me to give her something as a thank you? Yes. Nakir smiles. She's a warrior on Earth, yes? A good one. Then I have just the thing.